Generative AI today seems to elicit all sorts of fears, many of which are at odds with each other. On one end is the fear that we will stumble into some kind of dystopia, that the machines will become too smart for us and that they'll want to kill us to fulfill their misaligned mission to turn the universe into paper clips. The other fear is that the broligarchs will use the tech to funnel ever more obscene amounts of money into their bunkers. But on the other end of this is a bizarre fear that everything might actually go right, that we'll enter this utopia where no one needs to work anymore. The robots will take care of everything, producing ever greater amounts of abundance, leaving us to twiddle our thumbs. Now, why is that terrible? My fellow working stiff, would you ask? Because work gives us meaning, right? It gives us purpose in our lives. If we can't work, if we can't contribute in some way to society, then we'll wander rudderless or aimless or restless. All right, ask not who the troll is that sits in his mom's basement playing video games with no job and no prospects. It is you. That is, if the AI takeover is complete. Well, anyway, forgive me if I think this particular fear is kind of overblown. It probably won't happen. I mean, leave it to humanity to fuck up a perfectly good utopia. But for the sake of this video, let's indulge the tech titans. Let's say for the moment we get there, to that gleaming technocratic city on a hill, and all of us have no need to work. Why would they think that's so bad? Again, they say that no work equals a life that is meaningless, right? What does that imply? Well, it implies that your life is only meaningful because you contribute something. If you form a good cog in the wheel of our capitalist society, then you are worth keeping around. Otherwise, you don't matter. Isn't that what they're really saying? Now, I know that must not be what they mean, right? Surely they wouldn't say that a person in a wheelchair or someone with Down syndrome has a less meaningful life than an Elon Musk or a Rockefeller. But implicit in that belief, this belief that work gives life meaning, is kind of that assumption, right? And that belief is the sickness of hustle culture, right? 10x that shit, right? Rise and grind, all work, no grace. And in contrast to that view, that assumption about the value of the individual, the Catholic faith says that we are valuable not because of what we do, but because of what we are. We are not machines. We're not byproducts of the universe factory. We are infinite souls. And we'll never plunge the depths of everything that we are because we are made in the image of God. So what would make life meaningful if we never worked again? Maybe prayer, right? Diving deeper into union with the God of the universe. Or relationship, diving deep into union with the universe next door. Or the one living in my house, maybe lying in bed with me. Oh gosh, and creating beautiful things, not because we have to make a living or because we're trying to impress anyone, not for status or glory, but because our stories, music, poems, art, and everything else come out of that spring of our own spirits. Spirits that we were stifling, trying to fit into a system that demanded we be this or that other thing because that was what society needed. All to say, if we're lucky enough to get to our utopia, maybe some will lose meaning in their lives because it was wrapped up in their work. Not me. I think I'll finally find it.